Hi everyone, happy new year. Oh, I can't believe it's 2024. If you followed me for a while, you will know I absolutely love a new year. I love any excuse to reflect, have a look at my goals from the past year, month, whatever it is, and I love setting goals for the new year. I always have loved setting goals. I feel like they really give me focus. So that is what this video is going to be about. I have had a vision board for the last couple of years, and I know everyone does it slightly differently. I do write my goals down as well, and I do love to see the pictures too. So I am repurposing my vision board from last year, and I actually haven't changed anything on my vision board from last year yet. I'm going to do that with you. So before I get on to that, I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and a lovely new year, whether you were in bed before midnight or whether you celebrated. I hope it's been a really good start to the year for you. Let me know in the comments if you're a goal setter, if you're not, and obviously I'm going to share my new year goals with you and reflect on the last year. And if you feel comfortable to share maybe one of your goals with me for this year, or more than one, then please do in the comments. I absolutely love to hear other people's as well, because I find that I don't know, it kind of inspires me too when I know that other people are going for goals, and especially if it's a big goal, I'm like, oh, maybe I should make mine even bigger. But yes, so first of all, I'm going to show you my vision board from last year. I did film a video on this last year as well. And I just find it really interesting to look back and see if any of them have actually come to fruition. Now, I know the year before I had pictures on here of, I get my pictures off Pinterest, by the way. I just search on Pinterest, print them out, and I know I had a picture of an engagement ring on there at one point because I wanted to get married, and I had a picture of a bride and groom on their wedding day, and actually that picture of the bride, without knowing it, the dress she was wearing in the picture that I put on my vision board was very similar to the dress I ended up wearing. So I think it's really funny to look back on things like that. And there are a few things on here that I have not achieved. In fact, a lot of them I haven't achieved in the last year, but they're not going anywhere. They're staying on there. But I wanted to share kind of what I do. So like I said, I print pictures off of Pinterest. I also have some motivational quotes on here that I will leave on here. So the ones I've got on here are, I believe in myself, because we all have a bit of self-doubt, don't we, sometimes, and I am no different. I am creating the life of my dreams, and remember why you started. So even if you haven't achieved them in the last year, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be achieved. It just means there may be a slightly bigger goal, or they're just going to take a little bit longer to achieve, but keep going. The days pass anyway, you might as well keep going, because you're going to be closer if you keep going than you are if you keep giving up. That's how I see it anyway. But this one I find very interesting. Obviously, when I did this video last year, I did my vision board, I did actually know that I was pregnant at the time, so I kind of knew that I was going to have a baby last year, although I hadn't told all of you at the time. But what I didn't know was the gender of our baby, and this picture that I printed out is actually a picture, obviously, of a spaniel, which we already had, Arnie, but this is actually a picture of a little boy stroking the dog in a little Santa outfit, and I didn't know that we were having a boy. So I think that's, I don't know, little things like that I think are quite interesting, like the wedding dress situation. So this one I can take off there because we have our little boy, and I didn't get a picture with him with Arnie in his Santa outfit, but I'll put a picture on the screen of a Santa outfit that my friend Monique bought for George. It was actually the first outfit that was ever bought for George. I think she got it in like a sale or something back in the summer and saw it, and I put him in it and he looked so cute. He makes a very cute Santa. So I'm going to take that one off because obviously that was achieved last year. We have our little boy, although he's not standing up like this yet, but I feel like that came to fruition last year. The others on here, another one that I think is really interesting is this one here. So a lot of the pictures I've got on my vision board are to do with a house. Now, if you're new around here, you might not know, you might not have followed my journey much yet, but I know a lot of you will know that me and Carl live in a military quarter, so we rent this off the military. This is not our own house, which you will see when you see the kitchen. It's not very nice. The wooden doors in here are not very nice, and we make it as homely as we can with what we've got, because obviously we're not here forever and we will move again. But it is obviously one of my big goals is to own our own home together, and for that to be, you know, our dream home and a forever home. So we don't have that yet. We have not bought our own home, so they will be staying on here. So this, I mean, this house is absolutely stunning. This is the kind of house that I love. It's got a double garage, it's got an oak porch on it, and a nice big driveway leading up to it, and it just looks beautiful. So that is the kind of house that I would not necessarily buy, but I would like to create in the future. And then I've got other pictures on here. So the kitchen, a nice big open plan kitchen with an island. A walk-in wardrobe is my absolute dream. And then this bedroom I absolutely love. And now an interesting thing about this bedroom is that I loved the bedding and I love the bed on it, and I just love the style of it and everything. And I've actually got that bedding on our bed now. So although I don't have the really nice bedroom because this isn't our own home, I do have the bedding, so I'm getting little bits of, you know, what I envisage for our home. And even if it's just the bedding, it obviously, whenever I see that bedding, got it from Dunelm, by the way, it's beautiful botanical pattern on it, and it just makes me think of this picture every time I look at our bedding, and then makes me think of our dream home. So yeah, I will be leaving the house pictures on there, which is basically these ones here, because something that I haven't shared yet, this is a dream that I'm not going to get a house that looks like this year, I know that, and I'm not going to get my walk-in wardrobe this year, or maybe not even the open plan kitchen with an island, but we are making steps this year to buy our own home. Now, I'm not going to go too much into it because, you know, as we know, well, if you've bought your own home before, you'll know that it's quite a stressful experience. It doesn't always happen the way you think it might, but we're starting to plan towards it. And I own my own flat. I bought it in 2016 when I was posted, and I was still in the RAF. I was based down near Portsmouth and my flat is down there. I am looking to sell that this year. I am going to be making steps to do that this month, because essentially then that will be our deposit for our house and we can start looking, and yeah. So that's my first bit of news and a big goal for this year. It will probably be a project, a house, that's the kind of thing we're looking for, and then this will be created over the next 5, 10, however many years. So yeah, so that's very exciting. So they're staying on there. Other ones that I've got on here that I have not achieved, unfortunately, a promotion to senior leader within my Tropic business. I am still a leader. This has been something that I've wanted to achieve, you know, probably over the last couple of years. I've been a leader for 3 years now, and I would love to progress up the success plan, as Tropic call it. So senior leader is definitely something on my agenda for this year. 100%, I'm going to achieve it. I'm going for it. I'm putting everything I've got into that as well this year. And also, because I believe you have to stretch yourself, for the last couple of years, I've also, so Tropic basically do a Christmas do, or Christmas, a Christmas party for their executive leaders and above. This last December, it was a Bridgerton themed ball, and for the last couple of years, I've always looked at that executive party come December and been like, I would love to be there. So I am putting this on my vision board this year as well, which is congratulations on your promotion to executive leader. So I've got senior leader on here, and it is actually covering my ultimate goal, which is a diamond executive, which is the top of the Tropic tree. That's my ultimate. But I've put senior leader over it because that's, you know, probably a few years away. Senior leader, I'm hoping the first half of this year, and then executive leader will be what I work towards in the second half of the year. If I don't get there, then it will stay on there for next year, but I'm going to put it on here the right way up so that I see it all the time. And that's what I'm working towards. So that is like my Tropic business goals for this year. They're stretchy, they're big, but I'm going to believe in myself, remember why I started, the quotes that I've got on here, and I'm going to go for it. The other pictures I've got on here are, I've always wanted to go to the Maldives. We couldn't afford it for our honeymoon after our wedding, but I would still love to go. And if I go, I want to stay in a hut on stilts in the sea. That is how I want to do the Maldives. So until I can afford to do it that way, I'm not going. So I'm just going to leave that on there. And I also have a picture of a Range Rover. It's like my dream car. And again, because our house is our big focus this year, I don't expect to achieve that this year, but it's staying on there anyway. So some other things that I would like to achieve this year. I've printed out some fresh pictures on here, and I might actually take the picture of the bedroom off there just to make some room for, because I do have that bedding, so I'm just going to take that off just to create a bit of room, and I've still got other house pictures on there. So other pictures that I've printed off, they're not the clearest, but some of them are of me as well, to use as my own inspiration. So kind of following along the theme of the Tropic promotions this year, I have printed off this picture of me when I got recognised at the Glammys in 2022. Because I got promoted to leader in 2020. Obviously that was COVID times, the Glammys didn't happen, and I think it was I can't remember. Anyway, the Grammys didn't happen, so I didn't get recognised on stage. So I got recognised for my leader promotion at the Grammys in 2022. And that is a picture of me. It's very blurry. I'll put up the actual picture on the screen that I've printed off. And if you look right at the bottom, you can see the little me walking onto the stage, and those pictures there are what were projected onto the big screen that everybody could see. And although I was so nervous to walk onto that stage and down like the catwalk bit, my heart was going like crazy, I still felt, you know, like really proud of myself, and it was a really like special moment, and I'm glad I got to experience that. So I'm popping that on my vision board next to the Tropic promotion pictures, because when you achieve a promotion or any sort of recognition within Tropic, if you go to like the leaders event or the Grammys, you get recognised on stage. And obviously to achieve senior leader and executive leader, I will get recognised on stage. So I'm putting that up there as my own inspiration, as I've been up there before, so I want to get up there again. And then another few that kind of relate to each other. I've got a picture of me here. Again, I'll pop the actual picture on the screen. And I have another one of me here. These were just before we got married and when I lost weight for our wedding. And I look at these pictures and I think I felt so confident. I look very happy. Like, my hair looks good. I just look happy. I know I felt confident in these pictures, and this is what I want to get back to. Obviously, after having George last year, it does affect your confidence. Even though I've lost weight since having him and I'm feeling more myself now, I still don't feel 100% confident within my body. I've got postpartum hair loss. Like, literally every time I brush my hair, chunks of it come out. So although I am feeling more confident than perhaps I did when I was pregnant, because I didn't feel massively confident when I was pregnant. I know some people do. I didn't. I'm getting back there, but I'm not there yet. So these are to be, again, my own inspiration, and I've also printed off this Tropic Fest 2024, which I'm going to, but that is when I want to feel like this. So Tropic Fest this year is at the beginning of July, and I want to feel like I felt in these pictures by Tropic Fest. So I'm putting all these three on my board to remind me when I want to achieve that goal of feeling great about myself again. And I've got 6 months to do it, which I think is totally achievable. I know I can do that. And yeah, so it's not just about weight loss, but just feeling good in my own body. And yeah, and by Tropic Fest I will be feeling like that. And then my last picture that I'm adding to our vision board, we don't have any massive goals for going on a big holiday or a summer holiday or anything this year. I'm sure we'll go on weekends away and things like that throughout the year, or do days out and things, but no big plans for an abroad holiday this year because, like I said, everything is focusing on the house this year. However, I would love, obviously, if I achieve my goals of a promotion, I would love to be able to pay for the three of us, me, Carl and George, to go on a weekend away, perhaps next Christmas or Christmas this year. And somewhere that I would love to go is Montreux in Switzerland. I've wanted to go to Switzerland for quite a few years. I kind of had a bit of a goal of wanting to maybe go in our camper van when we went to France, but it was just a bit too far to travel in the time that we had with me being pregnant, and it didn't work out. But I would love to go here because this picture, I'll pop it on screen. Father Christmas is on a sleigh on like a zip wire going across a lake, and with the Christmas market, and it just looks absolutely stunning. You'll know I love Christmas, and I feel like next year George may be walking, although he still won't remember it. It will be more special with him, you know, not being a baby anymore. And I feel like that would be such a lovely family thing to do at Christmas time in December this year. So I'm popping that on there as well. Again, another driver for me to achieve at least one of my promotions within Tropic this year. With that, I'll be earning more money, and hopefully I can pay for our family to go on a nice Christmassy weekend together. So I'm going to pop that on there too. Where's my little, have I got any more pins? I'll combine this one. And then I'm just going to pop this somewhere that I can see all the time. I tend to like to put it in my bedroom, because obviously I get out of bed every day, I see it, or in my office. It's not fancy, it's not anything too artistic, it's just like a cork board that I pin pictures to, a few quotes, and I just like to look back on it, change the pictures when I have achieved something, and just yeah, and I feel like what's really a really nice touch that I've not done before that I've done this year is using myself as inspiration for certain things. I always feel very vulnerable doing videos like this because I'm literally sharing my life's dreams, aspirations with you. So yeah, I'd really love it if you feel like you want to share at least one of yours in the comments. Let's motivate each other, and then next year we can reflect again and see if we've achieved them. Let me know if a vision board is something that you do or whether you write them down. I also have a notebook here where I've written them all down, because apparently if you write your goals down or you share your goals with somebody, you're more likely to achieve them than if you just keep them to yourself. So pretty much everything that I've got on here I've written down, but I've written down in a bit more detail and with a bit of a plan of how to achieve some of them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, a little insight into my brain and my big dreams. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, share if you want to in the comments, and let's make this a really, really great year. Obviously there's ups and downs through everybody's year, but we'll ride it, we'll keep our dreams on our vision board, keep our focus, and we'll get there. If not this year, we'll just keep going, and one day I will be able to take these things off my vision board because I'll have achieved them, and so will you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I have a lot coming this month. January is always a busy month. I've got Tropic on tour. If you want to come to Tropic on tour or you're not sure what it's about, I will leave previous videos where I filmed kind of what happens at a Tropic on tour event in the description box below. I will also add the link where you can get your ticket from. I will be at Southampton, Bristol and Reading. So let me know if you're going to either of those. I'd love to meet you there. What else do I have on this month? We've got Carl's birthday this month. So yeah, lots of things going on. I've got quite a few ideas to bring you a few more videos. So yeah, I'm very excited, I'm very motivated and ready to hit the ground running with 2024. And if you can hear Arnie barking in the background, it's probably because it's lunchtime and the postman's coming round. But I will love you and leave you for now, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I will try my very best this year as well to bring a video every week. Fingers crossed. Yes. Happy New Year, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!